Good evening, welcome to WooTube. My name's Baran Woo. I will proceed to turn the music down. How are we all doing? Evening, dear Johnny. It's not a deep dive deck tonight. Well, I mean, it kind of could be, but it's actually not. The title tonight, I understand lots of people are going to pass that as deep reading. It's actually a play on the console Deep Red, because I will be going to Reading on Saturday. And that's how you spell Reading, as well as reading. It's very confusing. So the pun kind of only really works if you have knowledge of like central southern British towns. But I didn't have much time to come up with anything better. Because it took a long time to get little one to bed tonight. But basically, I haven't had any. I only realised like 4 days ago that there was like a week and a bit until the only competitive event I'm going to play before rotation, as far as I'm aware. Because I can't really make any of the UK regionals for various reasons. It's like this time of year has suddenly gone kind of crazy with being super busy. So I'm just not really able to make any apart from Reading. And the Bristol one is going to be in the new meta because I'm running it on the 10th of May and I won't be playing in it. I'll be running it. So basically I was like, wow, I literally have one competitive event that I'm playing and I should probably practice a little bit at least, because it's the last time I'm going to get to play some stuff. And I kind of wish I was playing some like old stuff. Like I should be playing Freedom. It's like my last chance to play Freedom. And I'm not going to be playing Freedom, and I'm kind of sad about that. I do have a cool Freedom list, and I could like just bail and play it. Maybe we just play Freedom tonight, and like I decide whether I want to bail and play Freedom instead. Because this Freedom list did feel quite good, and we can drop the consume for an additional Anicam and like another pinhole. Or maybe two another pinholes. Hey David, but like realistically, I probably am and probably should be playing Arasana just because it's correct for me. But saying that, like I'm suddenly like, wow, why am I not playing something which is rotating and it's the last chance I get to play it. Maybe we play. I'm gonna play a game with this Freedom. I was meant to be just playing some Arasana today, and as practice, but that now can't happen. Well, it can happen. WooTube live. Wrong. Cool. Yeah, we'll play a little bit of Freedom, and then I'll see how I feel about it. If it feels good, then we'll then have to make a decision about whether I'll probably. I'm so late. I didn't even know you were streaming. I started streaming a whole 4 minutes ago. I see you, Lap. Trying to steal my secrets ahead of Saturday. Okay, right. We're against Wayland. We probably wish we were playing Arasana here. This is no good. Okay, we've got Lago, Bankar, both early. That feels good. I have no time to practice other than tonight. Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's a shame. So, well, it's not a shame. Like Lap's judging, but I was looking forward to hopefully finally beating Lap at a competitive event. Let's draw. Twinning is fine. Let's draw. Gamble is good. I think we probably go for laundry. Oh, I should have put both of these down. That's a bugger. Pharos, and then do I want more the card draw or the pressure? The card draw. Play with your heart. Tournament wins are fleeting. Fun is forever. That is a better, truer word never spoken, David. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, I mean, my heart is like usually to play Arasana. Kind of is. It's my. Oh, we didn't get a draw. Sad times. Oh well, that's nice. Do we hold on to this to play next turn? Maybe. So let's do draw again. Okay, nice. So now we can go Mystic, Bankar, and then next turn we can raindrops here. Yeah, we'll trash top card. Oh yeah, draw some cards. Why not? Ooh. Okay, can we get in here? Mystic gets one. I think we probably pressure HQ at this point. I want to play at least one of these. I think we put down a leech, an imp, and then go HQ, or do we just go leech, run HQ? Or do we just like set up here? What's this going to be? Because I kind of want to get this twinning down. So we might actually just go like for a setup turn. Leech, yeah, I'm just kind of worried about actually overdrawing a ton of cards there, which seems like really dumb. But I kind of want, I think I want to save this raindrops for next turn. So we might just go like 1, 2, 3 and do a bit of a setup. And then next turn we can like maybe go HQ and see multiple cards. Galar, I've tried this Freedom deck. I found it light on viruses. Yeah, there's no Botulus and no Fermenter. And oh, we have a Atlas counter. That's kind of scary. We'll go HQ here. We're going to draw 1, I think, because otherwise we can die to Winchester. So we go draw, install this, run HQ. We'll see an additional card here. Atlas will steal. Hedge Fund will imp. And then I think we go back into HQ. See if Lucille wants to res here. Does not. Public Trail. Scary. Good thing we've got more than 8 credits, eh? Because otherwise, oh yeah, we're trash top card of stack. Okay, so this is just like built to blast. Let's go fast. Advancing this, probably a Messner chest though. We can challenge this. Mystic gets a counter. I think we do either that or we try and go and get this public trail. Let's draw one. That's fine. We're going to go server one here and just force an ice res. That's fine. Ironically, we'd actually quite want to play one of them. Do we lose 6 to make Lucille res thinking? So if Lucille reses this, she'll be down on 5 credits. On 2 credits. We could then run HQ pretty safely. I think I'm gonna like lose 6 credits here. Oh no, it's a tree line. Okay, well that puts that up on. Well, that fires. Do we want to challenge? I mean, we kind of get blown out by Winchester a little bit, but I kind of don't care. We can actually trace through the Winchester. So I can freedom this or imp it. I might as well imp it because I have to use the counter otherwise, and then we'll draw. Annoyingly, I didn't find a event to play. I would have quite liked to keep one of these strike funds in hand, funnily enough. Mystic, we're going to go HQ. We're going to draw once. That's fine. We'll run HQ, and then I guess we're going to play this Steel Skin last click if it comes to it. Hammer. It's a big. How do you not hit the Steel Skin here? So rude. We'll steal that. Punitive might happen. I think we take a credit and we let Mamie trash the Steel Skin. I guess playing the Steel Skin, if we played the Steel Skin, then we'd have got a twin encounter. So maybe it was worth it for that. Mamie gets a counter. We'll call R&D. We can do this to draw a card, which I think is fine. It also gets us some leech counters. Mamie is fine if it gets trashed, so we can draw once more. And we will either take a credit or we just run for some more counters. I think we run. We'll draw one more and hopefully not lose our Ashen Epilogue. We lost our Ashen Epilogue. Fine. Like I genuinely might have just played that next turn. Okay, protecting HQ. I wonder what that says about HQ. Let's call R&D here. So we can draw, we can mosh everything here away to find something that we can play. We found nothing that we can play. We'll just install a crew so we don't lose it. I think we keep trashing stuff, but I actually should probably check how many how many events we've actually got left. Like maybe not enough. Maybe I should have got rid of them maybe long ago. I might just pinhole for value next turn. Yeah. Okay, well, that's an event that we can play. This is sketchy. Is there any chance that this on R&D has more than 3 subs? Yes, if it's exactly a logjam. So we could try and go through here. Yeah, I mean, if we find the Ashen. What I'm worried about here is that if Lucille's on hostiles, then we lose. Like, we lose next turn. If we don't find something fast. Very fast. So what's chances that we can get in here? Lucille can res this outermost. Take damage from the border control. We then... She res the outermost. She reses the outermost. Is there any chance that she can still res R&D? Let's go with this one. Let's draw one. Oh, we should have done finality. Maybe we just do finality here, actually. I think we just do finality for like a lot of... There's no chance that this is a border control because... Yeah, that's true actually, Alpi. We are safe against 3 subs. But here we just dig for all the cards, don't we? Like, we can definitely trash this. We have a gajillion counters. So let's do it. Wow, we managed to hit our not an event. I mean... That is something. If this is, what, a Lotus Field? No, that couldn't be advanced. I don't think we're worried about anything here because it's been advanced. So, whatever it is. For sure. So we're going to see 6. End of a line. Do we want to trash that? I don't think I care about it. It's not a particularly good draw for Lucille. Unless we end up hitting, I don't know, like a Behold. Could die to Snare. Spin Doctor would just trash with money. Steal that for the win. Freedom that. And see an Cat. R and D did not hold. Oh, we steal an Atlas as well. Sick! Ah, maybe I'll just play Freedom. Seems good, eh? Agenda left in the deck. Wowzers. And Galar, you're kind of right. It probably doesn't have enough like viruses in it. It should probably have at least 1 botulus. But there's something quite nice, like you can get away with a lot with Freedom. There's a load of stuff which is just 0, and you can just trash it for free, and that's sometimes good enough. Like, hey Lucille, like I mean, the Friday chip imp combo is like maybe a bit much. I didn't realize we only had 1 imp. This could be like if we had a couple of botuluses here, we probably need a couple of botuluses. I don't know. I'm going to play it again. We potentially need more events which cost money because Ashen, Dirty Laundry, Finality, Pinhole, Raindrops, and Gambles. Like, ideally, we don't really want to play these. Hey, Matt. Good to see you. Like, do we want to be on like one Mystic, one Paladin? There are still stuff that we want to install, although this is a connection, this is a connection, this is a connection. So it's the programs and the hardware. So like Paladin just doesn't feel correct. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this again, and we'll see how we're doing. Sorry, I realised that I hadn't moved my camera for that. Could anyone see any of that? Woo, tube. I mean, this stream has already screwed me over because the whole plan was to practice my runner that I was definitely going to play, which was definitely going to be Arasana, and you know, work on that. And now I've immediately thrown myself into a weird situation of maybe playing something else. Okay, sports metal. I quite like having the solidarity badge early against sports metal because we can potentially draw like a clickless card a turn. With Anikam, that's 2 clickless cards a turn potentially. So I'm going to keep this. Okay, but have you considered I have a sick new Arasana brew that lost every single game at EMEA Online Regionals? I hadn't considered that. I should probably play that, Lucille, 100%. Maybe I'll show you what I'm going to play. Or well, I'll see. I mean, it's like it's mostly same old, just with tweaks, isn't it? Really. Plenty of time left to play Arasana. I'm expecting quite a few people are going to show up on rotating IDs. Yeah. Well, that's it. So that's my thing. Like I have enjoyed playing Freedom a lot in the past. Okay. We're gonna see if we can go trash something. We're gonna apparently steal a Hyperloop. It's unlikely to be good for us. And we'll trash that, unfortunately for like real money, but it's worth it. And you come in Strike Fund. Yeah, I considered it, but I think I'm going to do that next turn. This Mars bar ice cream is slightly melty now. I really shouldn't be eating this on stream, but it's been a like busy night. Okay, so here we can go like we'll draw a card. Buffer drive is not good here, but we can go Anikam Strike Fund here. Install this, go R&D, find something that we can trash. Steal of a Vitruvius, isn't it? Enhance. Oh, we zoomed out quite far. We really are. Uh-oh. Why aren't you zooming in? Zoom in. Zoom in. There we go. Is that good? Right, so far we don't really know what's going on here, apart from the fact that we've seen greetings and red levels, so I'm assuming this is like wage workers combo. Other than that, like nothing super unexpected. Like here, would we rather be on like a Botchers or two? Probably. Although we're kind of expecting magnets. And I think my thought process behind... Right, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I think we run here for R&D at this point. Oh, like, stop stealing agendas. I want to trash a card. The whole point here is I'm meant to be playing Freedom so I can trash stuff. Yay! I was right. It's Wage Workers combo. Or, well, I mean, I'm not so right in that. Like, obviously, you're playing Wage Workers. Why wouldn't you be? It's a ridiculously good card. Love to find a Lago. Whoa, fast break. Let's go. Is this going to be like a Rella combo? We haven't seen full on Arella combo for a while, but they've got a lot of money. They can probably Arella combo a fair amount. I had a very fun game of Eternal the other day where I played my Eternal fast break R plus deck and got to do the full 7 points in one go. Although, if you watch the ESL from Sunday, which is a great ESL stream, really good ESL stream. Oh, 15. Oh, yeah, here we go. San. Shows me up by doing it even faster, potentially. No Irrelevo, so we're kind of okay. Don't actually know how we're going to trash this. This is expensive, and we have to get in to do it. We could just run HQ here. Oh, Biotic. It was a really good ESL stream. Like, there were some genuinely wild games here. Greasing. Have we got wage work? If there's a wage workers in free, then this is quite exciting. Although, no, you need to res it. You need to res it before this greasing. Oh, they might have just worked that one out. Res the wage workers? Find me imp. Definitely is an option. Just draw my 1 in 37 plus a way of getting in. Okay. Greasing, probably onto the San. Or you're just icing up R&D maybe. Well, we're expecting there to be like at least some virus in here because it works really well with fast break. Okay. So just spin doctor. We're somewhat assuming there. Now the problem is this is going to be like core damage. Probably, right? Fast break is like very good. I didn't see the whole deck list you're playing. What's the influence spent on? Okay. Give me a second and I'll tell you. So, let's draw a card. Oh, I really wanted like any run event here. Would have been great. We can't even afford to like run, install crew and run. Let's draw for an event. That's what my influence is spent on. So we might install this. We might run R&D. Looking for a trash ball. Finding an agenda, because apparently that's what I do. I should have put the Mamie down first. Run R&D looking for a trash ball. Finding a trash ball. So 5 influence of it is spent on consume. No worries, Phil. In fact, I only started about like 20 minutes ago, and oh my gosh, my laptop is not plugged in. We nearly died a death. We haven't died. That's good. So there's an Ashen. There's like 2 Anicams. There's 1 Pinhole, which will let us trash this steel skin if we can draw it with enough viruses in time. Powers that be, terrifying. Yeah, okay, there might be a bit of a... If they had an Arella here, they could probably just win. Because with powers being able... I bet there's at least an agenda or 2 in the bin. At least our money's... Well, they haven't taken the trigger from this yet, right? Installing the Anicam turned out to be a mistake. It has drawn us a card and cost us 3 credits. Maybe there's not enough... Maybe there's not enough events. 20 events seems like enough events for an Anicam deck, right? I guess the fact that they're not all events that we want to play. How have you still got clicks left? What's going on? Oh, right, they took it back. I think. Yes. Yeah, they took it back. Okay. So that was advance. So here they could... No, that doesn't work. I was going to say they could install a wage workers. But I think you're installing a agenda and then advancing and scoring, right? They're going to be at 5 points, which is scary. At least we can trash the powers for 1 counter, which is good. Oh, that's actually even more scary. Good thing they didn't have a spin doctor on board. Otherwise, the fact that they were drawing 2 more, like we can maybe just lose, because they could probably biotic and have just enough to do like biotic advance. So if they had the ability to draw more, then we might be a bit boned. Okay, draw a card. Oh, it's an event. That's good. So we could beef it into 4. If it's a Hagen, then we're doomed. I think Phil's like plan of just win by touching cards on R&D is probably solid. Can they win off this agenda? Not necessarily. If they have another powers that be in hand, maybe. And another RLC. So we either like raindrops into the powers to get rid of it. Draw a card. And get all of our triggers. Let's do that. I kind of need to get rid of this, or we might just lose next turn. Okay. We don't really have time to get twinning down, but maybe we'll put down Mystic. If we're going to put down Mystic, then we should put it down before we run. Because if we hit 1 point of it, it charges. But we probably won't be able to afford the twinning anyway. So let's just go R&D and try and touch some agendas or trash the stuff that we need to trash. That's good. We can just trash that. We can go back. Marilyn stays where it is. Do we need money or do we want to get Mystic down? I want to get Mystic down. Just so that like next turn potentially we can go like click consume, install twinning, play a steel skin, run R&D for 2. Surely it's just better to just run R&D twice. It's definitely better to just run R&D twice because we're going to be able to either steal or trash whatever we see. So maybe we'll draw into a Dirty Laundry. That would be quite sick. A Dirty Laundry or a Raindrops is what we need. Okay, that's terrifying. A Rella, that's really terrifying. They might just win here. They'd probably just win. That's 6, right? Yeah, we needed to be able to challenge this server. Like any agenda wins for them. Right? No, it has to be the 2-1. to win. Woo! Okay. Right, what's the chances that we can destroy this piece of ice? Ah, Imp is quite good if we can get in. We've only got 2 counters. If this is a gatekeeper, we can't deal with it. If it's a Hagen, we can't deal with it. So in both of those instances, we would have to run R&D, install crew, run server, and we don't have enough clicks and credits. So we can credit crew wouldn't actually be enough because we need the money to pop the crew as well. I guess if it's a gatekeeper, it puts them on 1 credit, then we run HQ. They only have 4 credits to res. It's enough. The problem is that they can probably just click for a credit and advance and win next turn. But we can probably go HQ if we force the res here. So I think we have to do... Problem is we kind of need to get rid of this Sansan, which means we need virus counters. 2 crews. 2 crews. Wow, I didn't consider that. Consume, double crew, run. But can we trash the Sansan afterwards? Because we're only going to get 6 from this. So the answer is no. In fact, it's not even... 2 crews doesn't work. We won't have enough money. We need to go like consume crew, run the server, run HQ. Steel skin for pinhole is fun. I love the dirty. If we had dirty laundry, I'd feel so much better here because we could dirty laundry R&D, install crew, run. Feel much more comfortable. Not being able to potentially trash this Sansan is actually a real big issue, considering they're on 6 points. So the other option is that we just go R&D and go ham. Yeah. Installing the maybe feels really bad now because I would have preferred to install Imp and run R&D 3 times. I think we go R&D twice. Do we think server 3 is a spin doctor? It's not been rezzed. It could be a bass. If it was a bass, I think they'd res it last turn and win. This might just be a Rashida. Okay, I think we're going... I think we're going to go R&D. Wage workers. Well, we can trash that. I wonder if we want the leech more than the consume. Kind of. Sprint, we can't trash. Oh, there's our dirty laundry. And an Audrey would have been good. Audrey would have been really good. Do we run archives here? Do we take consume bucks so that we have a play next turn? I think they're going to win next turn. Do we run archives? No, it feels bad. So it's either take consume bucks. I think we're going to take this money. And then we're going to throw out this, this. Okay, fine. I don't really want to run archives because I don't... Oh, it was just a free one. Well, this wouldn't have won it for us anyway. We didn't win off RMD. Maybe going HQ there was better. I'm slightly gutted that basically installing a Mystic was the mistake. Maybe installing the Anicam actually was the mistake. So here we've got to work out whether we've got tube live. Here we got to work out whether we've got enough events. Like, do we ever want to play a steel skin to draw 4? Kind of, yeah. Actually, what am I talking about? And I guess just playing a strike fund for 3 and a card is good, right? It's like better than what's the 2 and a card, which costs you an influence. That card, you know, the one that Riel put in her kit deck, and then everyone went nuts for it for a little while. If we were going to change this, like, is the twinning is our only multi-access, maybe we get rid of the imp and the Friday chip. It gets rid of another virus. It leaves us with so few viruses then. Probably too few. Like, even this is very low on viruses. Leaves us with like no viruses. Like, Friday chip is actually a good way of us making virus counters, whether we've got the imp or not. NEH. Okay, this as an opening, we have a ton of draw here. I do kind of want to keep this. I don't quite know how I'm going to play it. Because I want to install the Mystic, I want to install the Lago, I want to play this moshing, but obviously I don't have cards to do that with. We've got early wage workers, that's kind of terrifying. Okay, let's draw one. I think we can moshing away a Bankar. Early finality is actually pretty good. I'm going to try and hold on to that. Okay, pad campaign. Keeping it old school. This is where we probably want to be on Youssef. Okay. Wage worker campaign. Draw a ton of cards. Thank you very much. Okay, we've at least found a... we found a virus. So we can go install leech. We can run HQ twice, and then we can trash the wage workers, assuming that they... but we don't find something else. Do we want to trash this, or do we want to trash the wage workers? We'll leave that. We'll still leave that. But we will get rid of this. What are you thinking, Corpside? I know what I'm playing Corpside, but I'll keep that one to myself. Got to keep some secrets. Oh, the Audrey actually would have been really good as a way of making counters. Okay, so these are probably the bladder warts. So we can install the imp. I think we run R&D, we run server 6, then we install the imp and we go and get the other wage workers, something along those lines. That stays where it is. We'll run server 6. We'll get rid of that. We'll install the imp. We'll go and get rid of this. Luckily, the early Lago means we're going to draw a lot. Yes, please. Again, we probably wanted this Friday chip. It would have been quite good. I'm going to install the Audrey just as a good way of making virus counters. Okay. So now I possibly have to clear the tags. So we can go, I want to play this, and then we'll remove 2 and just run R&D once, because they can't fire a behold. I'll let them have a bladder war. Because they've got a daily business show up, I think I'm fine with them having this AA. I don't want to use an imp on it. I see Bar playing a 40 card as Mari deck, but it's not kill combo, it just scores out. Yeah, that's how you game people, especially in the UK. You put down your deck and it says Mari and you go it's 40 cards. Yeah, but you ask them how many cards are in their deck. You go, oh, how many cards are in your runner deck? And they're like, oh, however many. And then you're like, okay, mine's 40. And then they're like, okay, it's kill combo. And then all of a sudden you like, ooh, that has to go. How am I killing that? With the imp? Feels wrong. It's happened. Bladderwort we'll get rid of with the Audrey because it funds itself, and then draw a card. Sure thing. Oh, kind of wanted that Dirty Laundry. Right, we probably play this moshing, I guess. Right, I need to unenhance here. If we play the moshing, we're going to draw potentially too many cards, but no, I'm gonna not use the steel skin, interestingly. So let's get these. Installing the buffer drive is actually really good against bladderworts, 2 of which are gone, but also negates issues with other stuff. Mainly Lago. Let's see what we find here. This feels like a Spin Doctor res or an Armani, or like a potential Armani res. Oh, it's a snare. How did you miss both the steel skins? Well, that would be another reason to install the buffer drive. Okay, so now we could go and get rid of their PAG campaigns. Or we can check these. We have to remove the tag before we forget. If one of these is a regolith, then we're boned. I think I'm just going to try and keep them poor. Unfortunately, like, if one's a regolith, then I guess they've got to click for a credit first, so it's not that good for them. I can't believe they missed both steel skins. And we lost our buffer drive, which means that we actually like have to be careful with our Ashen. Because it's our only recursion. And it's here. Scary. Don't trash snare. Draw, run snare. Guaranteed to hit both steel skins. I mean, yeah, they couldn't actually fire it though. So new stuff. Like they're on snares, which if snares hit this hand, then we're potentially in trouble. But let's see if snares hit this hand. This one I can track for money. That one can stay. Let's check R&D. Oh, that one can go. And then I can take a 2 out of 3 to let this mystic just hit stuff out of my hands, but that feels very, very sketchy. So I think I'll just stop that happening. Second leech would be quite good here because we can start putting some real pressure onto centrals. One Oppo in the bin. One Oppo was played, and I guess must have been shuffled back. Consume is huge. That's annoying. We'd love to have our badge down here. I'm gonna have to take the risk. Do we install consume and then charge one of these? I don't want to play the Ashen quite yet. I think I'm just going to try and keep their money down, you know. We'll do always this. Trash around the card from grip. Don't be the Ashen. Yes. Oh, it's a Rashida. Okay. I could play the Steel Skin, yeah, but playing it like last click feels pretty bad. Like I'd rather play it first click next turn. Also, we still have 2 gambles in 13. Okay, that's potentially a problem. Yeah. That's good. Something that we can definitely play. Okay. Board state's getting scary. I think that we can potentially still just keep their cash down here. But I think getting rid of the wage workers is more important than the pad campaign, right? Right? I'm going to pop up a little bit in money, and we're going to run last click into a snare. I've already used freedom. I might just take consume here, and then we'll run R&D next turn. Or we go and trash this for actual money. If they have a Rashida on board. Kind of tricky. I think I'm just going to check one of these, because one of them's going to be an agenda. If it's a snare, do we lose? It puts them down to 0 credits. So, oh well, that has to go. Okay, we picked the right one. We picked a good one because we have been managing to keep them pretty poor. I can zoom in 1 now. Right, don't lose the Ashen. We didn't lose the Ashen. I think we might Ashen next turn. We probably just go get rid of this Bladderwort. I would just have loved to find... Oh, okay, so maybe we can find it here. So we can go, like, moshing. That should draw us into... Ooh, this is interesting. Surely we can run this. So it's like the threatening ping into something. I want to find our badge. 6 cards left. If we moshing, install badge, run server 17, clear tag. Or not. So here we could run server 17 now. Like, I guess if they have ping plus something. How do we lose here? We lose if this is exactly tomorrow's headline. Might be a problem. One of these surely does both. Let's try and keep hold of the twinning. Okay, you want to hold on to this wage workers apparently. So this Bladderwort is going to go off. So I think here I need to remove the tag and then play the Ashen, which I will have enough to do. We lost the buffer drive, which is a pain, because that would give us a bit more like going power. We're low on credits. We didn't manage to get our badge down, which is like the real key piece that we need and want. Like, removing the tags is huge, and it's technically more consistent draw than Lago, even with them installing every turn, because we are going to trash every turn. Okay, protection server 11 advancing. I mean, is this where we run into whatchamacallit? So end up being a checklist, won't it? It'll be like checklist behind a ping. Oh, that's fun. So I can just let this fire and trash the rest of their board and see if I can find a thingy. I need to be able to like trash the pad campaign and trash the Bladderwort. Chances of me drawing into... We didn't lose any of them, so we've got three crews. Oh, is this... I'm not going to get a raindrops off this, am I? I'm not going to get a raindrops. Because I don't actually encounter the sub. Oh, that's so annoying. I thought I was going to get a raindrops draw if I bounced, but I'm not. Take a tag. I just know this is going to be a sodding checkist, and this is going to be where I die. I can't afford to... I mean, it's on camera. It's all on camera, so, like, it definitely happened. Just float a tag. Well, I'm going to have to float a tag. I think now we kill the bladderwort. We have to kill the bladderwort. I can click this and clear down to 1. Just freedom that for this one here, and then remove 2 tags. I freaking called it. I should have just left it there, gone and dealt with other stuff. There's no Rashida on the board, so, like, I guess credit, all they need to do is credit, right? And we lose. Credit, end of the line. Okay. Well, we haven't instantly lost. I floated a tag whitest man in Argentina. It cost me quite a lot of resources. Okay, what do we do here? We gain a credit, remove a tag, run R&D. Let's draw 1. We don't want a mushing in this hand. We'll draw another. Do we float a tag again? Like, now we have full hand size, but there might be a Reaper function on board. So I don't think we can. So we'll just gain a credit and we'll remove a tag. We are alive though, so, you know, that is something. I really thought we might be dead there. Okay. I mean, this is what we were playing around. We didn't want to lose all our money to our crypto crash, but we didn't really have much money to lose. So I guess we should just let them score it out. They're on 3C. Agendas have to be somewhere. Yeah, but the thing is they've had this DBF going. Oh, well, now I don't want to do this gamble. This is probably going to be tomorrow's headline. Watch me hit a snare or something. Bladderwort is good enough. I've got to reset this again. I might. There's only 2 oppos left, but they've drawn a lot of their deck. Okay, they have money from that. Finally, we can do like credit, gamble. And then run R&D last click seems unwise. Do we challenge one of these? No, I just want to draw because I don't want to die to double Reaper. Or something silly along those lines. That's how we die now, like something really dumb. Oh yeah, I'm wondering why we haven't been drawing any cards, because they've not been doing any stuff. Okay, so to kill this funhouse, we need to go like run, install, and then we still take a tag. Seems really bad. Server 4 is probably an Armani. You know what they say, no Armani. I kind of want to keep these, so I don't want to mosh them all away. Let's install this, we'll run R&D. We'll kill an Oppo research. That's the third Oppo research. So we can be quite aggressive now. So we could run HQ here. Just think there's a DBS, so potentially we should have just got rid of the DBS. I don't want to run last click for many reasons, but also I don't want to accidentally like take a mystic. Do we want and need this twinning? We have exactly 6 credits. That's a sucky amount to have if they're going to score out a Crypto Crash. Okay, that makes things a bit sketchier. So now I think we want to win off of just finding our like big dig option. Let's draw. Okay, well, let's get rid of some of these cards and draw some other cards. Okay. We'll do... Do we die to Reaper function into... Yeah, but I think we have to risk it. Because we now need... We now need twinning counters to win, I think. There's also like a good chance that this is just another checker sign. Now, if they score it here, then... piss, we might just be dead. Okay, we're not dead. Why do I think they're on end of the line? Do they have influence for it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is why I think they're on end of the line. So they're on snare. But they're probably not. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They don't have enough. Why am I worried about end of the line? For his sake. Right, do I have to check one of these cards? I think I do. Let's draw one. Okay, that's fine. We're going to go R&D. We kind of need to clear this tag. We're just going to steal that. We'll draw and remove the tag. The Ares is really going to screw us a little bit. We might okay, that's how we win. So that's good. So we probably start with this. Then we might just go... We essentially go tag me this turn. We're going to start with this. We're going to run through this funhouse and we're going to check some of the table. We maybe go HQ as well. So we'll start with one of these. Sick. Feels great. Spin Doctor. Shuffling with Spin Doctor. Okay, Amani. Do I care? Don't think I care. Shipment. I do care. So let's get rid of that. We'll trash that with Leech. Ares is good. Offworld is good. Okay, Shipment is now like probably gone. We know that the top of the deck is, I can't remember. Ares is actually. So if we get rid of the DBS, then they definitely don't draw into. They draw into an Amani, which is fine for us. That's because that's bad for them. So maybe we go HQ. Then we get rid of it. Then we probably run this at 11, and then we get rid of the DBS. Ping. check this. What server is this? 11. Do I... I'm just going to tag me here, so we're going to take all the tags. We'll hold one crew in hand in case they happen to be on whatever it is. Oh, there's a B1001. Oh, we lose to B1001. Oh, rip. Wow. Gutting. That was a scrappy game. I had just enough credits at the end here. Dang. B1001 is how we lose that. Indeed. We haven't seen much B1001 recently. Okay, how are we feeling about this over Arasana? Not great, really. I do want to play Freedom. Do we want to change it up? No. I mean, kind of. I almost want to play like double consume, but then we have to lose the Anicams. But how good are the Anicams for us here? I'm actually unsure. What if we play double consume? It's kind of not meant to be Zombie Freedom. I was meant to be practicing Arasana for Reading, and what happened instead is I'm playing Freedom. Would 2 fermenters be better than a single imp and Friday chip? The thing is with Friday chip is a really good battery for just making counters. I like Friday chip. We can like squint really hard and pretend it's Nobkuri. But the main thing is like Friday chip plus imp is a permanent solution. Like it recharges every single turn, kind of. And it allows us to trash things like agendas, which can be really, really good. Oh. Sorry about that. That was probably really loud. Just smashed my microphone into my laptop. The other thing is that this only really works, like realistically, we need to be on labour rights for the whole like single imp, single Friday chip. It's just not correct, is it? Because the chances of us drawing these and not like trashing them to the bin and that kind of thing are just not good enough. So I think we do get rid of them. And then we either play second consume, kind of wild. We play third Anicam, but Anicam hasn't felt great. Like we do have like draw here. I thought we had a badge. There's no badge in here. Did I just take it out? Cancel. I swear there was a badge in here. We were drawing. I was drawing in that NEH game for the badge, which doesn't exist. That's kind of funny. Like, what if we played just like Keiko here? Like Keiko, we'd then have a lot of influence to use on. I don't know. I don't know what. Like, what are we spending that influence on other than a second consume? Like diesels? Because it would just be, we'd want to be putting more drawbacking, right? So if we took out Anicam, we put in... You played the badge in the first game. I thought I played badge in the first... I did play badge in the first game. So where the sod has the badge gone? I definitely didn't take it out between games. I'm not going mad, right? Solidarity badge. Like, what happened there? Did I swap list? I don't think I did. Could we tutor viruses rather than Anikam with Asmund? We can, but we don't. We're actually, as other people have mentioned, this list is playing like very few viruses, like really, like essentially not enough viruses. But I still kind of like the way it works. Like I kind of want to play Yusuf. Yusuf would have been great in that game, but we don't want to play a one-off. Maybe you have two versions of the list. Yeah, probably. Probably got about 12 to be quite honest. I mean, this is like, do we just keep the Anacams? Have they been good enough? Do we need to be on free for them to be good enough? Boomerang. Boomerang is actually a good shout. Boomerang is a good shout. Nuka is also not a bad shout. But with Anikam, I'd rather be on Diesel than Nuka just because it triggers off the Lago Anikam like thing. So these consumes could be boomerangs. Could be boomerangs. Could also be. It could also be what do you call it? Alarm clock. Could also be alarm clock. Is that a thing? Like if we did, I don't know. Tricky. I kind of want a second pinhole threading. Pinhole threading has been incredibly irrelevant. Alarm clock. Gala says yes to alarm clock. Is it better than consume? Is the big question. Like it helps us like get in, and like free runs seems fun. Do we just tear it up and build prognostic Q loop freedom? Probably not. That's a good way of spending like 6 influence. Okay, maybe I'm gonna try alarm clock then. Like for the lols. We get 1 alarm clock, 2 pinhole. We're then on 47 cards. Seems alright. Like we've technically got a good draw engine. We've still got the imp. I think we need this. This is our only like this is our only program, our only tutors. So for that reason I think we need to keep the Friday chip. Just because it's another way of making virus counters. The badge is technically draw. It would have been really good. Alarm clock and Amakua would be like Amakua would be quite good. We are then like really leaning into AI a lot, like in a quite sketchy way. A single Ashen, single buffer drive, no DJ is somewhat suspicious. The other card that we could, like, people have done this before, and I'm not playing many programs, so like we could play like Sneak Door better. This is turned up in Freedom List before, and I think this is like kind of sick in Freedom Lists. We could play this instead of the alarm clock. Is this better or worse than alarm clock? Is the big question. We're also notably not on the price. Like, would that be? I think we're not on the price because I was worried about the sort of fairly significant lack of recursion. A player in my method just added 2 Laborites, 1 Badgermore, and 2 Botulus. 50 cards. Yeah, but the thing is, like, the reason for playing Anikam is so that we have a slightly more consistent, speedier Freedom. Like, Freedom's issue is speed, in my opinion. Sneak Door seems potentially really rude. I'm gonna try Sneak Door. This gives us like, so we can now either go like 2 Ashen, so we're a bit less worried about losing an Ashen, or we play a 3rd Anicam. Price is not so good with Anicam in the event package. Yeah, that's it. The problem is that we have like 21 events. 2 Ashen seems like definitely one too many Ashen. Play Penny Shaver. I think I'd rather play the other one. Like, that kind of helps with our whole draw situation as well. What's it called? It's also actually very good with Lago, now that I think about it. We haven't seen this as a combo, right? But Paragon. What does Paragon say? Paragon says, if I'm correct, look at the top of the stack, right? It's also only 2 influence. First time we make a successful run each turn, gain a credit. That's nice. Look at the top card of your stack. If you do, you may add that card to the bottom of your stack. So here. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll get to that point in a second, Galar. So here, if we're playing this alongside Lego, then we can set up the top card, like kind of knowing what it's gonna be. Hey, this is cool. Like, I don't know whether this is. I'm gonna like copy and paste my old deck, so because I think we can make something fun and new, and I should really be going to bed soon, but that's not going to be happening. So here's the idea. So Paragon, we'll maybe play 3 of these, but we get to it. Plus Lago, right? So it will know if we want to trash the top. Like, we almost always trash with Lago. There's like never a chance where we don't. But if we happen to know, like, the Ashen is on the top of our deck, for instance, then we won't trash it. Or if we know that there's a Steel Skin coming up, then maybe we don't draw, because then when the Corp installs, we do it. Is that something, or is that dumb? We could also possibly include the price. Like, price, again, with Paragon, is kind of quite sick. Now, if we're on Paragon instead of Anicam, then we don't have to be on quite as many events. So here, maybe we would be on price. Mystic would make less sense, or be less necessary. But what are we actually dropping? Like, I like Dirty Laundries, but it's the Dirty Laundries, isn't it, that are going to go. And then we play... Like, we have to play more than a single Mystic to charge a Twinning. That's never enough. Surely. Okay, I immediately got lost and can't think about that. I'm going to go back to this one. And we're going to go back to the idea of just putting in a copy of the card. Sneak Door. This is a lot of money to install, but there we go. We'll work on that. And then Galar mentioned DJ, and I wasn't on DJ in the original one because I prefer buffer drive. But if we're on Sneak Door, it feels ridiculous to not be on DJ, right? So maybe we play DJ, and maybe we don't play Ashen. It's just that you kind of need Ashen for the, like, Audrey and the Bankar. That's my thought process behind it. So maybe we don't play. Maybe we just play a second Ashen. Let's try this. Young and sneaky. I like Paragon as the console. Yeah, I do kind of want to try that, but maybe right here, right now, let's try and get this before Daniela gets a game, because I bet you they join. Oh, too late. We have Lodger. I know this person from back in the day playing Outfit. Are we fast enough to go against the Outfit? Let's find out. Fit. We've got a crew. We've got an Audrey. Audrey feels risky against the Outfit. We can mosh away half this hand. We could just raindrops, see what happens. I think we mulligan into a different hand. We can probably zoom in a fair bit here. Yeah, I might have to try Paragon Lago nonsense. Okay, we have bad pub, so that's nice. Let's find a leech. Didn't find a leech. Let's just run HQ. We'll trash that for a bad pub. Let's run HQ, steal a regulatory capture, and then get some card draw. So, good enough first turn. Didn't throw the red cap out with the Spin Doctor, so they must be flooded as all hell. Sick, we found a leech. Really good for us. Okay, are we going to run into a snare here? Let's find out. It's an Arella, so this is the, like, Arella. So we have to run here again to get rid of this Arella. Here, I think we get the Mystic down, because if we find a twinning, we're going to need to use a twinning. So this is like a Sansan plus an Arella, and then they could like whiz out stuff pretty fast. That's quite scary if that... Okay, no, just a hostile, fine. With a Tucana, it's slightly annoying. We do need to go and get rid of that Tucana. We have just the one pinhole. That's probably a mistake. Let's draw once. I think I mosh the Friday chip. I think I might mosh the Sure Gamble, funnily enough. Because drawing here... Oh, we found our one-of pinhole threading. That's ridiculous. So now we just run server 1. We need to get rid of his Spin Doctor. And then we go and kill the Tucana. Actually, what's the chance that they... I think we can leave the Tucana for one turn, so that next turn we can go like Anicam, pinhole. So let's draw once more. Like, unless they literally top deck a hostile. If they top decked a hostile there, then I'd be very upset, but they didn't, so we're okay. Zenith. Oh, okay. Well, now I'm boned. What an idiot. Zenith is interesting, Matt. Virtuator is also interesting, but it's 4 influence. Count them. 4. Okay, we kind of need this pinhole, so we can't really mosh it, but we can draw once and then mosh. We can't mosh our Audrey. Literally our only way in. Let's draw again. Okay. We'll just install this. We'll install this. And we'll have to be ready to mosh some cards next turn. We really need a banker. Otherwise we're gonna lose to this. And the fact that I didn't pinhole this Tucana and they've now got an Ice on Archives is absolutely brutal. That's good draw though. Although did not get us a Bankar, notably. So I think we just like beef it into probably R&D. If we lose our Audrey, that's fine. We've got enough one in hand. We might go second leech first, then beef it into R&D. That's fine. Like, I'm assuming we lose the Audrey here. We didn't. Care about money? Or they care about us having less money? That's interesting. They boosted into this. We're going to get to see what it is. It's a standoff, which we can't steal, but they can score out on this. We still didn't find... We really need to find a Bankar. So I think we like moshing for the Bankar. This. Is it the steel skin? No, it's probably the other Audrey. No, it's got to be the third leech. Okay, we found a Bankar. This can go. We possibly want to keep the strike fund. It's actually not that great. Is it better than keeping the Audrey? We definitely need this charm. Like, we need to find ice destruction pretty pronto. I think I want to keep the imp. So now it's just a case of we probably have to keep twinning as well. We want this for card draw. We need to keep this pinhole threading even though we can't get in right now. The imp's going. I mean, Virtuoso would be cool. Now you've got me thinking about Virtuoso, but it's like free influence and it's 4 credits to install it, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe with the price we can do something nonsense. Okay, they're going to get to install their standoff for free, which is quite cool. Resina Bran. It's a big boy. Yeah, we'll trash the top. Oh, that's like what we needed. Right, we need to go and get rid of this Tucana, so we're gonna bank our archives. This will just use Bad Pub. I mean, that would be good if there was anything in HQ. Do we care about going and getting this standoff? We could charge up the leeches on archives a bit. I think that might be worth it. I kind of want to have something installed to trash to the standoff because I don't want them getting the money for it, funnily enough. So I think I install both of these and then I might just trash the Bankar or we trash the Lago. We might have to trash a few things. Let's install this and then we'll install this. And then we'll start our little standoff battle. Without Mystic, twinning is useless. Absolutely true. We do have one more Mystic in the deck though, hopefully. We will trash the bank car first. We'll trash the Lago next. Because now, like, them trashing ice, this is great. Like, we're an ice destruction deck, technically. Yeah, I didn't think they'd want to do that. Cool. Okay, so now we can open up HQ if we want to. Seems okay. I guess we should draw for a Raindrops Cut Stone. 2 in 14. Moshing is probably a couple too many cards right now. So I think we just delete HQ right now. Nope. Stick. Nothing better than this is what I'm talking about with freedom. Like, sometimes you don't need a lot of stuff. So we're gonna charge everything up a little bit and then install the bank car so that we're ready. Because then I can next turn I will moshing, and we will moshing this twinning, I think. Or we moshing the sneak door, because right now HQ's open and archives is not. Okay, they've got money again. They need to play that before we trash it. Okay. Well, we're gonna get rid of the sneak door from the looks of things. We don't have to put this anywhere. There's a lot of cards. Okay, we've got our finality, which is pretty good. We can play another one of these. We'd love to draw a Mystic. I think we do this, this, and we run HQ for some more leech counters. And then next turn... Oh, they just purged. That's fine. We're just going to keep running. We'll freedom that. So next time we probably finality. What's the chance that this is... Can we even get in here is the big question. And the answer is I'm not sure. But right now we can click through the brand, which feels fine, because there's like, what else are we doing on our turn? Not much. So I think we just finality, and then no matter what, this we can get rid of this trebuchet. We probably break it rather right as we can break it. We lost one Ashen. Nope. We'll click through here. This one here, nope. I think we take it down to 3 and then we trash the strike fund. We see the top 4. Malapert, we will trash for money. This, I think we trash the border control. Trebuchet, Atlas. So it's Trebuchet on the top. Currently in HQ. So top of the deck is unknown. We can go in trashing the Trebuchet. We could draw for our other Mamie. We could just bank off through the HQ. Or we could try and challenge server 2. Server 2, we can just... I mean, if there's border control, it's a problem. They'd have to pop it straight away, though. So we can delete one ice. We can probably break one ice. Is that a standoff? Yeah, it's a standoff. They're on like Arella and possibly Sansan, but maybe not in terms of influence because we see seamless launches. Raindrops R&D? I don't love it. I think we're going to go no server. We're going to draw... Yeah, okay, that's great. That's kind of what we want. We're going to draw... Or are we just going to go now Mystic, Twinning, and then what do we do last click? We'll do draw. Backcast fine, Mystic, Twinning. Hopefully this isn't above the law in server 2. But next turn we probably start with an Ashen. Oh, that's okay. That's kind of scary. So, can we challenge this server? Possibly. Break one, Bankar one, break one with Audrey. Assuming that there's no virus in there. Server 2. Let's do this first before we lose it. Let's run. Okay, no further. That's good. Surveyor, that's fine. We get through that with Bankar. Strike Fund. We drew into an imp. See if they want to pop it straight away. They kind of should. Okay. Malapert. If the other one is an Arella, there's very little chance of it being an Arella. I think I'm going to freedom this in case the other one happens to be a Mavirus, because it really feels like it's going to be a Mavirus. So we'll do freedom using this. Oh, it was a Tucana. Well, that's fine. We did it the right way either way. And then we'll draw... Wait, we've got a hand size of 4. We'll draw one and gain a credit. And then we can gamble next turn for money and a card. We can just run HQ. Or we can probably just run this server as well. This is only 4 strength, which feels very doable. We'll say server 2. We'll do one of these. Raindrops feels really good. Lovely. Bankar, no thank you. We'll let that fire. How many crews do we have left? We had one removed from game. One's already out. We have another Ashen. This one we just paid trash. Installing the buffer drive seems really good here. And then we could run HQ. Trashing these two cards. Seeing both of HQ. Is there any chance that we Devil Charm this? No, we might as well just trash these. No. I mean, if we lose the snare here, we lose the snare, right? So there's always that. But we can see both of HQ here, which is quite good. We want to see one extra card. SDS wins us the game. Oh, and a hostile. Sick. Okay, I mean, a sneak door was thrown in the bin there. The second Ashen actually felt really good. Like, not having to worry about losing an Ashen. Like, this deck really churns through cards. Like, Bankar, it relies on cards for Bankar and for Audrey. Maybe we need a third Audrey. Don't know if we have MU for Sneak Door. I mean, I possibly don't. Audrey is 2 MU, right? But at the moment, we literally just play Leech and Audrey, and like our entire rig might be single Leech, one Audrey, and a Sneak Door until they like ice up archives enough, and then we just look for more eaches. No, I'm not on 3 Audreys. Probably should be. Maybe this imp becomes Audrey number 3. It's probably correct. And then we just drop the Friday chip because as much as I love it, it's like not correct. I want a second pinhole, but we can't get a second pinhole if we keep the Ashen, the double Ashen. Which does feel somewhat correct. Okay, we're kind of getting there. We're definitely getting there. I'm not saying this is what I'm playing, but like I've somewhat committed to this a little bit now, haven't I? I mean, I would love to play Divide and Conquer instead, but I'd want to be on more Twinnings or to be on some like I'd want to be on a more like I'm gonna definitely charge a Twinning up early doors, which would mean more of a like 2 Paladin, 2 Mystic. How good has Sneak Door been? No idea, Thanos. We played one game with Sneak Door and we moshed it away because there was no ice on HQ, there was an ice on archives, and so like it was unnecessary. But if they hadn't iced archives, I think it would have been pretty sick. Like it's just another sneaky way in, you know? And when you're an ice destruction deck, being able to say, well, you've got to ice archives as well as R&D and HQ and probably the remote, kind of feels quite good. Like I can imagine this actually being really good against something like PD. That's probably where we do want an imp as well, so we can like trash multiple things. But maybe this is, you know, we're meant to be playing Freedom, so let's play Freedom. Just thinking if you want inf for pinholes, Sneak might be unnecessary if you're crewing HQ. Yeah, but we just can't always crew HQ is the problem. Like, I'm now down to very, very few viruses. Galar thinks Alarm Clock is better than Sneak Door. Might be. It might well be. The thing with Sneak Door is that you can click it multiple times, so we can like hammer it. Like if we know it's even what. Okay, so then we have to go back to one Ashen. If we play Alarm Clock. If we play Alarm Clock instead of Sneak Door, then we lose an influence, so we have to drop an Ashen, and then we can play our second pinhole, but we go back up to about 47 cards. And I kind of like this double Ashen thing, because we do have potential to get through our deck, but I want to really not care about getting through our deck. And then having like the chance to get Crews back. Now the thing is, like, if we just want Crews back, then obviously Labor Rights is much better. But it allows us to keep going with Bankar, and Bankar is like one of our best ways, our like best pressure tools. But we will get to the end of the deck very, very fast. And suddenly Bankar's no good. And Audrey's much less good. Speaking of which, maybe we should be... I kind of feel like maybe we should be on a single copy of the one that lowers an ice. Free cost Anarch resource. So that we can turn all the like 1 strength barriers into 0 strength barriers without needing leech and anything like that. And it actually does it help with the break points of Audrey? Like it helps us deal with 4 strength ice. Do we ever have to play it against 4 strength ice? 1 Ashen equals 0 Ashen blade. 2 Ashens equal 1 Ashen blade. Yeah. Ice Carver is what we wanted there. Meteor, I was kind of considering that actually. Like this might be a deck that that plays Contaminate. Ice Carver's probably not worth the slot here. If we were also on something like Chisel, hey, maybe we should be on Chisel, you know. Ag Infusion. This is... I can't tell if this is going to be really bad for us or okay. We've got Ice Destruction, but they will have a lot of ice. Yeah, it could be a Contaminate deck. We're going to need this leech. We could Moshing away the rest of his hand. Moshing away a gamble feels a bit risky. I guess we draw 1 and then we'll mosh. And then we'll install leech and we'll make a run somewhere. Something like that. Like this really could be a good deck for Contaminate. Like maybe just play like a one-off. Just charge Audrey up from nowhere. Hey, when's gone? Zombie Freedom. This is probably pretty different to Zombie Freedom. Standard Zombie Freedom, anyway. Well, we can wash that away, so that's fine. So this, and actually, do we keep the Dirty Laundry so we can go like Leech Laundry HQ? I think we do. Okay. Well, that's good. So maybe we just draw and set up. Do we put down a Bankar? Well, that wasn't quite how I expected this turn to go. I definitely want to get a crew down so we can deal with tattooed bowlers. So we could just go crew run. It's a bit sketchy. We'll do no server. Let's do this. Oh, do I want to install that? Yeah. Just in case we steal an agenda here. Attitude adjustment, we could go back and try and get that, and I think we will. And we do. Like, our best chance here is getting them to, like, flood a bit early. Spin Doctor in the remote isn't going to help with that. Problem here is, like, Lagu is not that good into this. We need to find a pinhole. We have one exact pinhole. Draw. You see, it's just no good because they will just sit on a Charlotte for quite a long time. That's something. So whether we draw again. I didn't notice if they kept actually. I'm very bad at checking that. Yeah, apparently they did. Which means that they had like the Rashida and an ice which they thought they could res. So this inside is probably Tattoo Bowler. Like, how do we deal with this? Ah, we would have got a Lago trigger. Gutting. Okay. I will draw. Oh, we found our pinhole. We'll draw in case we hit an Audrey. We'll pinhole while we can still pinhole. Like, there's actually a chance that killing the Lacosta is a better idea here. And then now we'll install a Lago because now they will want to put something new in the server. We'll get at least one trigger off this. Hopefully more. Yeah, sure. Ah, we lost our sneak door. We're never going to find out if this card is good. Do we want to do this anywhere? No. We need to like force ice reses. Okay, that is fine. We can churn through some more of our deck. Okay. Could start running HQ. I don't think I quite want to yet. Let's just play this before Mystic gets all antsy in her pantsy. I know it's passed, but how come you didn't face check turn 1? They had 5 credits. I have to respect Saisentan. And I think I was just expecting it to be a Tattoo Bowler. I'd have to go back and have a look at what I had in hand. If I had a crew, which I don't think I did, then I probably should have. Hey, Supernot. So here we can go like install a charm and then start running HQ. I'm worried that this is going to be a frickin' Sisyphus and then we're like absolutely boned, and I think in fact Basserton is playing Sisyphus. And that becomes a big problem. There's a tattoo, you want to res it so they can't trash it later to ag. That is true. Okay, well, this dies instantly. Magnet, interesting. Magnet, interesting. I think we get rid of this. We're not terrible at dealing with magnets, but I just want them to have less ice in hand, really. Okay, if they're on oh, you see, I'd much rather. Well, I couldn't have trashed it, Nancy, so that's is a thing. If they're on Magnet and Fimbulrig, then they're probably not on Sisyphus, so that's at least something. So this now. They're just cooking, which makes a lot of sense, especially if it's bacterial. Like, the best thing you can do with bacterial is just cook it so that you can jam immediately the next turn because you're going to draw everything. So one of these is a Nancy. Let's go bank our R&D, and then we'll just go install crew, run R&D, and see what happens. If it's a tattoo, we'll either let it fire or we'll destroy it. Unsure which. Saisentan. I think it's a case of taking a tag. No. What do they call? We could just let it fire. We don't like. We kind of want to keep our Devil Charm. Oh, we've just got to get rid of that. Like, let's not be too silly about this. MIC, disgusting. Draw, remove tag. Right, let's see if it's a bacterial score. Probably the MIC. This is now worryingly looking like a clearinghouse, but we've seen a lot of influence, so I can't see how it can be. We need to do something about this mystic. Bankar, we're going to call R&D because we think that's the MIC. We'll draw. We'll play this to find some more events. We found no more events. Fine. I guess. We need to get one of these down, and then we can throw out these two cards. You see, there might just not be enough events. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's the better of the options. Yes, please. We lost second Ashen. Okay, now that is a genuine problem. Let's call R&D here. We'll do Anicam Raindrops. Oh, we can then boop us though. How bad is that? And then we can trash your Nancy. We'll have enough money, right? I think so. Haven't done the maths. Like, we kind of would actually like to be booped here because we need to get rid of this ice so that or get it rezzed so that we can finality, because I think that's the only way that we're going to win, because I don't think that we've got any chance on this remote. We had one pinhole which could get rid of whatever this is. in the server. We no longer do. Would love an en passant here. Oh, we kept the like one card we wanted. Oh, still send a message. I mean, we've now got a chance. Like, we could, if we draw a finality here, we just send it finality. We did not draw a finality. Do we go back and trash this? We could trash it with... We don't even have to use the Devil Charm. Finality loses to MIC. Not if we were to do it right here and now. Do we need to get our Audrey down? Is the like real big question here. We've lost 2 of them. We got to be a bit careful about Raindrop. It last click probably draws us a couple too many cards. Actually, it only draws us 1 too many cards. Like if we do install Audrey Raindrops the MIC. It's not the worst. And then we use the Mystic. Okay. Okay. I mean, this is like how we potentially win next turn. So what do we throw out here? It's definitely the moshing. Like if they don't put another piece of ice here, or that probably means they put another piece of ice there. But otherwise we just go like buffer drive, finality, let's go. Like we don't even have to use our stuff. The only really bad thing about finality here is that we're going to hit a bacterial like first as the first thing that we hit, because that's always what happens to me. And then obviously we're going to see 4 more cards, but none of them will be agendas because we've just hit a bacterial. Oh, okay. Okay. Now we're talking. So other than the fact that we're going to hit a bacterial, we're okay. So we'll do this on R&D. Then we'll go buffer drive finality. We'll do strike fund, game 2. Strike fund goes to the bottom. Continue to counter ice. Banker, no. Do we kill this? So that we can then run Spin Doctor and go back if Fabio doesn't pop the Spin Doctor. He should pop the Spin Doctor. No. If Fabio doesn't pop a Spin Doctor now, okay, right, yeah, I was going to say, because then we can challenge the Spin Doctor and probably still go back and either force a trash here. So we see a Bran coming up on top. 4 counters to trash stuff with. See a Rashida. Subliminal. Do I want to trash the Subliminal? And then a Nancy. Wowza! That's a big old whiff. So here we could go HQ. I think the right call for Fabio here is to purge. Now, top of R&D is like very, very safe. Have we lost our twinning? Have we drawn our twinning? So we don't want to Eshin Apolog until we've got our twinning down. Kind of feels like there's probably stuff in HQ then. So we might break in there next turn. Annoyingly, I guess we're not short if we take a tag, but then we can't run multiple times. Okay. Protect an R&D. Yeah, sure. Oh, there's the twinning. So it's the last card of our deck. So we know that for a fact. So we're going to need to... Bank card goes on no server. Sable Finger of Finality, I wish. So we can go draw, draw. Really annoyingly, it misses our Anicam draw. But I think we go draw, draw, install twinning, play, gamble. Install twinning. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Strike Fund, Game 2, Strike Fund, Gamble. Oh, and then we still get our Anicam draw. Oh, we're so good. No, we don't get our Anicam draw because of the trash. And pop Steel Skin with Audrey. Balls, Meteor, you're so right. That would have been so much better. We can pop it on their turn here. This is the last, like, buffer drive nonsense turn that we can do. What is going on in here? I think next turn we run what is probably the Spin Doctor, and then we start hammering HQ. I guess there might be a virus in here, right? Do we care? Not sure. Okay. Sublim. Yeah. Strike Fund. Draw the Strike Fund. Okay, two things. What is this? Mavirus? No. So I think it's run both of the... Only one of these can be a spin. What is going on? So confused. Okay, that's for spin. So do we need to run free? We only need to run free if it happens to be a powers that be. But I think now we like run HQ and try and delete HQ. Let's play that. This. We're going to trash because I want less cards in hand. Well, there's going to be more cards in hand now. I'm 99% certain there's a virus on board. Yeah. Yeah, it might well be server free. They might have been baiting us with a virus. See, the problem here is that we probably lose because of this bacterial. Bacterial is a nonsensely good agenda. Like, Fabio can then now just make it so that we definitely can't win this turn. And that they probably definitely can win next turn. Bastarton having some issues with the bacterial menu. It is a like doing this in person. Need me to redo? Oh, that's awkward though, isn't it? You can drag the other cards out of HQ till after the access. I think. Yeah, the bacterial menu is problematic. It's much easier to do like when the cards I just roll with the punches. Just see if you can drag them to hand now before my last access. Yeah, cool. Sorted it. Sorted it. Kind of realised that what I should have done, I should have played the Steelskin Scarring to draw no cards, but just to proc Mamie, so that at some point here I could have Audrey'd the price, the other one, onto the top. Ooh, we'll trash that. I think. And then we'll just run back so that we've got 5 counters. Don't think 5 counters is gonna matter, right? So I think we just get the Devil Charm down, because now it's going to be a case of do we have enough clicks next turn? And the answer is probably not. Especially if this is back row. Okay, send a message. The fact that Fabio's rezzing on the remote, we won't trash because we can't. Yeah, so that's sketchy. So here we could go and get the pinhole so that we can potentially survive one more turn. Can we get in here? If we were to get pinhole, like the problem is if we go and get pinhole, then we have literally this one turn. So we can get pinhole with buffer drive. So click 1 would be draw pinhole, click 2 would be pinhole, and then we'd have to hit the correct one. whichever one is the void, which I think is the first card. Then if we ran the remote, no, we don't have a crew, and no, we can't do it because we're assuming that they probably do. The Bastion does have like some nonsense going on here. Crew, I don't have to click to draw, but I don't have a crew is the problem. I don't think I can get in here. Could be a finality angle, not with them being Ag Infusion. Like, we can't finality anymore because there are two, they just boop us. And some of R&D is safe. There's no chance it isn't. This is where Bacteria is just like a nonsensely good agenda. We can get the crew back. We can get one crew, but we need a crew and a pinhole if we've got any chance of getting in here. And we just don't have the clicks to do it all. So I think we just challenge R&D and pray. Like, if we can maybe force HQ singles. Yeah, HQ singles in your area. Bastion did put stuff into HQ, right? So there could be stuff in HQ. We also want to play... Yeah. We also want to play... Bank our R&D. Buffer drive the Ashen. Play it and run R&D. Like, we can leave ourselves a run on HQ as a last turn click. We can draw the Ashen clicklessly, which is quite nice. Because we do still have the Steel Skin in hand. So I think click 1 is Ashen. And then it probably is just run R&D and see what the hell happens there. Is there any chance that we can delete enough of HQ? No, there's just not enough clicks. With this face down ice, which everyone pointed out. Oh, MIC. Frickin' MIC. Yeah, MIC is going to be a problem. I think we can still do it. I think we still just go... Like, we definitely do this on R&D. We get an Ashen back here. We Audrey this to draw. Unfortunately, this takes our Annie-Camp draw, which is a bit of a shame. Okay. Got a Raindrops, which is quite nice. What do we die to here? Do we die to a Nancy? We might die to a Nancy. No, because they'd need to have a Nancy. They'd need to be able to res a Nancy, which is a plus a Mavirus. What about Sicentan? Do we die to Mavirus plus Sicentan? There's a 50-50 chance that we die to Mavirus plus Sicentan. I wonder if they just boop us here. They do boop us. Is there any chance that we can win off a finality now? We would have to finality this turn. This exact turn. I mean, this is going to fire. It's going to draw us cards, which is nice. Is there any chance we should have actually tried to break this? No. Okay, we did not draw. Now they booped us. Does that mean there's something on the top of R&D? Are you a fan of World Tree Woo and Eternal? Yeah, massive. It's a absolutely wild ass deck. Will just raindrops again. We haven't, like, we've still got Bankar here. We still just Bankar through this. Or Bankar through that anyway. Nope. I mean, the telling sign will be if they resin revirus here. I think the win is on the top here. That's hilarious. If we had a divide and conquer here, we might be able to win. Oh, really annoyingly though, now we lose the rest of our turn. Right? We don't have anything nonsense that we can do here. Nah, no, all good. Fan up pinhole. We'll get rid of this, we'll get rid of this, we'll get rid of this. Oh, 4 cards. Just what, Oh, Pinhole the Lacosta might have actually... Pinhole the Lacosta might have won us the game. Moshing is better than gamble. Yeah, I kept moshing. I didn't think it would. GG. Was the win on the top? Because if so, people in chat owe me. Still figuring out this whole ice production business. Yeah, tricky as I confuse it. 2. To Ari? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, figures. I just drew Pinhole, which I have extra turn. Bacterial is a nutty agenda. What about HQ? Oh, yeah, I need to ask about HQ. Anything there? I don't care about most of the game. Just this turn. HQ is good. Okay, fine. Yeah, figured. Maybe we should have been trying to like break down this remote. Like, if you can destroy the remote against Dagger Fusion, then you're probably winning the game. And that's probably where we should have been like focusing our ice destruction. But I guess the fact that we're only on leech, like if we don't run centrals, then we don't really make virus counters, which is problematic. Yeah, there was like no out there. Like we couldn't have. Like the MIC would even stop. Like say we drew into crew and finality, which was never going to happen because the finality has been removed from the game. I've just noticed. Oh, velocity. Wow. There weren't points on even in the top 7, so yeah. Maybe the misplay was killing in Nancy instead of breaking it. I don't think I could break it. Oh, I guess I could have taken a tag and then gone like, yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe I could have. Also, maybe I should have run the thing which I assumed. I think not running them a virus. Second Mav in remote. Because if not, running them a virus last term. Okay, fair. I will leave your secrets unturned. Oh. Or you can just tell everyone. Yeah, probably running what I thought was a Mavirus last turn was actually the best thing to do. Getting rid of it, because I'd still have an Audrey counter, and if I still have an Audrey counter there, then at least I still get in, right? Whereas leaving the Mavirus on the board is problematic. Got ya. So the game. Technically, the clicks wasted not trashing steel skin may have mattered, but you made it up later. So it was net 1 click loss. Yeah, I don't know if one. I think we need I don't know if 1 click was enough. Like we just needed to steal a bacterial as the last agenda, not as the next one. But with all the sender messages out, it's quite tricky. No, I mean no, definitely. Basically, as soon as we hit this bacterial, I knew it was all over. This is a reason to play imp, right? If we were on imp, we 100% imp that bacterial. I think all the spin doctors were out at that point. I can't even remember. But even if they're not, we don't steal that. We just put it in archives. Because the minute you steal one of these, then you will lose. It needs to be really a really bad situation. But I have had times where I've had a bacterial either scored or stolen, and I've looked at the top 7 and I've gone, "Oh, I'm screwed." As the corp, I'm screwed because I could see everything that's coming up. I am either drawing into no ice, negates criminal or something like that, and I've got 3 agendas, no ice, no econ, and I just know it's never going to happen. Or you can just make it. You can make sure that wherever you need the stuff, it's gonna be. 7 cards is a lot of cards. It's a lot of foresight, especially when you can just put things anywhere. This is an insanely good agenda. I feel like people would be rioting for this to be banned if Oboe hadn't been a card. So we've only really had to deal with bacterial for, what is it, a couple of years or something? A year? I don't know. When was Oboe banned? A year ago? Meteor. The closest I've ever felt to that is scoring an ADT and seeing 2 Ikua and no ice on top 4 when R&D is naked. Yeah, that can be tricky. Although sometimes, like, there's nothing better, especially in PD, than just seeing an Ikua that you can jam in the remote, knowing that you can probably score it next turn, and it's actually very tricky for runners to go and get it. I love jamming, like installing agendas with ADT and going like, this is an agenda. What are you going to do about it? I think that makes really fun Netrunner. But I like public agendas and things like that. I reckon there's some Obercarter back pro list people may have missed. Should we find out quickly before I think we should probably find out. I don't know if they were ever played in the same list. But well, there'll be one out there, won't there? I just don't know if they were ever played in like a competitive list. Let's see. Obercarter. Maybe there was a punitive list out there that was doing it, and bacterial programming. Sorry, excuse me. Guantanamo Bay may have both. Wait, they were both legal for this? Oh shit. Okay, ignore me. This is a very serious thing. I did not realize that these were yeah, okay. Well, I'm very wrong. So basically all of these, so all of the like Keeling decks that were you could play. Holy shit, you could play Obercarter protocol at this point. What's this one? This is Tower of Death. This is like this is soccer, and he was playing Free Hakal with Surat City Grid and anemones. Wild. So this was on them. Okay, so like I was pretty wrong. CTZ was obviously playing both of them. Like, why not? And this is 3-3 and 1. This is a punitive list. Yeah, that makes sense. There's Genetics Pavilions in here. This is a good card. I think this is underrated. Yeah, so all of the Keelings apparently. Disgusting. Along with the punitive RH decks, you could play Obercarter when this was a thing? Like, this is very much before... This is interesting. Like, this is Radish from, like, obviously way before the, like, whole YDL thing. Funky. And obviously before like Regenesis and that kind of stuff. Okay, well, I mean, I was hugely wrong there, wasn't it? Don't come to me for your correct takes. Anyway, that's not helped in the slightest. Now I'm still no further along with actually what I should be playing on Saturday, and I also didn't get any Arasana practice in case that is what I'm playing. So who knows? I'll just take both decks. I'll probably take my entire set of cards with me and build some decks at about 10:45. I probably need to register that at some point. Imagine a world where Charlotte and Obercarter were legal in the same format. Yeah, it's called Eternal. And it does well. Like, we've seen MTI do really well. Also, like, just go and watch the ESL, especially watch Silent Arbiter's MTI game. It's a piece of art. I mentioned a janky idea. Oh, I might. Oh, damn. Nuts. I've only just seen a message from Silent saying that they were free to play our Eternal game. Anyway, I've got to go. I should get to bed. Thanks all for joining tonight. It's been fun. It's been unhelpful in terms of working out Saturday, but it's been fun. If you're at Reading on Saturday, then come and say hi, especially if I haven't seen you. And if you're not, then I'd say get a ticket, but don't, because it sold out ages ago. I'm pretty sure all the I know Lucille got some additional tickets, but I think they've all sold out as well. Are you recording, Bar? What, on Saturday? I don't actually know. There's like a tiny bit of me that is considering it. I'm certainly not doing like the official one, but there's a chance that I try and take a small setup and see if I can record some games for content. But yeah. All right. Ciao for now, everyone.